Good morning, world. Cece here. Guess what? You're allowed to enjoy your life. And I know that sounds simple, but for a lot of people, including me, it's actually really hard. Because somewhere along the way, many of us became so focused on surviving life that we forgot how to actually live it. So before I go any further, let me say something very important. The job stress, the rude coworker, the divorce, the cheating spouse, the financial pressure, the argument with family, the computer crash, the car wreck, the betrayal, the disappointment. Obviously, the list goes on and on. I can go on all day, and it's affected probably most of us. But none of those things that we go through are inherently good or bad. It's just life. Life is going to be life. Things happen. People are going to continue to disappoint us. Cars are going to break down. Relationships end. Mistakes happen. Stress happens. And that's part of being human. But here's the catch. And I want you to really hear this. If you can't move beyond those things, they will own you. Yes. They start owning your thoughts, your emotion, your energy, your future. And before you realize it, you're no longer living your life. You're emotionally reliving the same moments over and over again. And we think we're just venting. But sometimes we're rehearsing the emotion. We tell the story again and again and again. Oh my gosh, let me tell you what happened. Oh yeah, me too. And before you realize it, we're no longer processing the experience. We're practicing the emotional state attached to it. And that's very different. Because every time we emotionally relive something, we reinforce it a little more. Not because we're weak, not because we're broken, but because the mind and the body adapt to what they repeatedly experience. And eventually, those emotions become way too familiar. And if we're not careful, we start building our identity around our pain instead of around who we're hoping to become. I had a conversation recently with someone who was venting about some difficult things in their life. And honestly, I'm glad she talked to me. I was glad I could support her. But while she was talking, I could also see the emotional pattern repeating itself. And when she asked how I was doing, I consciously chose not to go backward emotionally. But here's the good news. I actually did feel good. So I answered honestly. I said, I'm doing great. And for me, it wasn't because my life is perfect. It's far from that. Not because nothing ever goes wrong, but because I'm becoming very aware of the energy I continue feeding. Because I don't want my future constantly being created from conversations about my past. And again, that doesn't mean I'm ignoring problems. It doesn't mean pretending hard things never happen. It just means I'm not allowing them to own all of my energy. Because every conversation, every thought, every emotion, it keeps pulling us back to old pain. Then eventually, we stop creating a future that looks bright for us. And if you just keep emotionally reliving the past, oh my gosh, it's exhausting. Because all of that energy, that anger, that resentment, that self-doubt, that replaying, that commiserating, you know what it does? It takes energy away from your healing, your growing, your creating, your laughing, your being present, enjoying your actual life. And I know this because I've spent the majority of my life there. But here's the part I really want you to understand. You are allowed to heal and still laugh. You're allowed to grow and still enjoy your day. You're allowed to move forward without carrying every painful moment forever. And the moment you slowly begin letting go of what constantly drains your energy, you finally create space for something else, for peace, for creativity, joy, presence, possibility. Because when all your attention is trapped in the past, there's very little energy left to create your future. And maybe that's the shift. Not pretending life is perfect, but deciding that painful moments no longer deserve all of your life force. Because none of those things inherently are life-destroying. They're just life. And if you can't move beyond them, again, they start owning you. And you, me, we deserve more than that. We deserve to laugh again. We deserve to enjoy the simple moments. To dance in the kitchen, to sing badly in the car, to sit in peace without needing chaos. Again, can't even talk. You're allowed to enjoy your life. Not someday, now. So as always, take care of your mind, and the rest has a better chance of falling into place. Until next time, this is Cece, and this is Cece Talks Live, real talk, real life.